diverse industries, capital structures, and geographies. As a top 10 global real estate manager and recognized private markets investor, our expertise.
Give me a moment. Make sure everything's working. Test, test. We can hear background audio. We should be fine.
Give me a moment.
Excuse me.
Make sure things working.
All right. Before we do this, I'll make sure everything's working so that we have one chill stream. We can hear background audio. We should be fine. It sounds a little scratchy.
Excuse me. Make sure things work.
Sounds a little scratchy, but I think we're okay. Hey D chat, how you doing, bro? All right. Do I want to text anyone? Let anyone know that we're live, etc. I think maybe tonight we should be okay. I just ate dinner. I had a little bit of food, and if my acid reflux kicks in, I do apologize. You guys know how it usually is. It's fun. Just doing a couple things real quick. Give me one moment. Okay, so I feel like we are ready to go. Okay, so I we have been playing The Sims 4 for about almost a week now. No, longer than a week. I keep forgetting what day it is. And I noticed people seem to be reacting well. Hold on. Gotta let this ass reflux thing pass real quick before I even try to do an intro. I shaved. Okay, it looks like it passed. Okay, so we have been playing The Sims 4 for about a little over a week now, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And yes, I have been playing this in a sense that it has a little bit of an unhinged nature to it. I want to break all of the aspects of this game in a way that I can play in a way that I think is entertaining. My content, as I've said in the past, is more for me than it is for any of you. I'm trying to entertain myself. I'm trying to play games that appeal to what I find fun or hilarious or interesting, etc. I don't think I need to explain more than that. So, my goal with this series is to tell a variety of stories in the ways that I want. We'll play the game. I will narrate generally what's going on where needed. You can watch the hilarity ensue. And yes, due to mod support and the help of various DLC add on content, some things may get a little unhinged. It's fun. I'm not looking for criticism. I'm not looking for feedback. If anyone does not like the content, they do not have to watch. You do not have to sub. You do not have to like the video or share or subscribe or comment. But if you do subscribe, like, comment, share, you revoke the right to complain because you choose to be a part of it. That's simple. And so that means anyone who uses our chats, if you cannot be civil and try to have a good time without being a jerk or unnecessary, we will throw you out. And mods, you know your responsibilities, aka your role here. It's just to keep those chats as civil and as chill as possible. I don't want to see no trolls. I don't care about accusations and allegations. I've already debunked and gone through them all. At this point, it's getting very, very old, talking about the same things billions of times over. And for anyone who is not aware, I made the decision last night after discussing this with many people. DChat being one of those people, by the way, because he has suggested this in the past as well. Almost everyone in my personal life, as well as on my YouTube side of things, as well as ChatGPT, who would know the steps to succeed on this platform. I've still seen worse, seen Sims videos where they baked a. Yeah, there have been that the Sims community is unhinged, and they're thinking somehow it's like you should be less crazy, bro. Like it's for fun, right? But anyway, so I have taken all of my, well, the majority, okay? My streams still have elements of it still there. I'm trying to, what I want to do, so that we're understanding each other, okay? Is I want to take all of my content and divide it into different channels where it fits its own focus, okay? This channel, Tibbs Plays, which I do not know if this will stay Tibbs Plays. It might be Tibbs TV at one point going forward, maybe Tibbs TV Gaming. I haven't really decided. The point that I would like to aim here for is I want this to be a gaming channel. We talk about games, we play games, it's gaming focused. I'm aware, as are many of you, I'm sure, because not everybody watching is here because they're a fan. Some of them are very angry at what I've showcased over the years. I have a entire line of content, if you want to call it that. I think it's more like I put the evidence into the public eye, and where it's needed, I can throw it to people who want to see what people are up to. Because let's be honest here, you're a scumbag, even if you get caught. But when more people see what you're doing and you get caught, you're less of a scumbag to the general public because they don't have to deal with you no more. And so that's why I have these, we'll call it a line of content. I mean, I don't know if that's the best wording, okay? I don't really know. I'm not really looking for feedback. I don't care, okay? But I have moved all of that content as much as possible from the videos and shorts tab, all of it, to Tibbs TV archives. And if you go to my homepage, the original first tab on my channel, and you scroll down, you will see a featured channel list. And you'll see names like Elias, Tibbs TV 2, and other various channels. In fact, I have to actually update that because some of those channels aren't affiliated with anymore, but still. But there's a whole sector of channels where you can find Tibbs TV, the archives. And the Tibbs TV archives showcase all of these videos in full. They don't have a lot of views, but they're there for when you need them. Remember, I don't care about views. Those videos may get no views ever. If they have no views, that means no one needed them. No one needed to see that part yet. But let's say someone does want to see this guy saying this thing. I can get that video, regardless of where it's at in the algorithm, and I can hand it to you via link on a social media. Boom. That's what it's there for. And from now on, those videos will be over there. I made this apparent in a post last night, or was it this morning? I don't remember. I went to bed at like 12:30 in the afternoon today. Besides the point. There are more videos coming, and anything I was going to do here, we're now going to do in that line of content over there, because I think that channel should have a chance to grow and flourish. And since this kind of content should not be mixed in with everything else you do, it ruins things like gaming channels. We're going to keep them separate from now on. That way my gaming channel can thrive if it so be it, because ChatGPT says that's totally possible. And then if that content is somehow a cancer to my other types of content, then it's separate and it will no longer affect the rest. If you have anything to say based in drama, you are to say it over there. Okay? And the reason why is I think that what I'm going to do, hear me out here, is that over there, I'm going to remove any kind of restrictions for commenting in live chats, because I don't plan on live chatting over there at all. My only live chats I want to do is gaming. That's why I live stream, you know. So live chats might not be used, but you can say and do whatever you want over there on that channel about drama, And I will comment to every single comment because I feel like everyone should be acknowledged no matter how ridiculous and gaslighty they are. I will remove those restrictions either today or tomorrow, depends on what I'm doing, how long I stream tonight, etc., etc., etc. I will do that. That means, oh, and I'll also unhide anyone who is over there. If you've been hidden or banned, you will be unhidden around that same exact time. That way, if all my haters want to try to spin a narrative and lie, it's okay. I got about one video for every single lie you guys got, and they're pretty good, so, you know, you don't have to look at it. We'll know if you did or not because the view count will either go up or it'll stay the same. And that is how we will deal with this. But over here on this channel, if you bring up drama, I will throw you out and ban you. The reason why is you will have over there to be that way. You will not do it here no more. Because I want this channel to thrive with or without the permission of a toxic, malicious, angry group of trolls that are mad they got caught. That's fair. I think we can all agree that makes a lot of sense. So that is how it's going to work from now on. And that's that. Now, I feel like I'm taking too long because I want to keep my interest down to about 10 minutes. And we're already past that. So time to begin the video. So here we go. We are going to jump into The Sims. I'm going to tell you the recap because I like doing that. And then what we'll do is I'll explain what we're doing today. I think Control Z. Perfect. And I can lock it this time. All right. While I pull this up, I did take the luxury of buying Discovery University because I saw some of the things that they have in it. And I thought it was quite interesting. So I figure I bought the University DLC, expansion, whatever you want to call it. We'll get into why later. Let's see. It looks like it's going to load here in a moment. So, where to begin? In the last 6 videos, we'll call that season 1. Okay, it's got its own playlist. They'll try to keep the different I don't know, storyline runs, whatever, the different save files. I'll try to keep everything separate as much as possible, or at least do it some justice of organizing it. In the first 6 episodes, we introduced the My House crew, except for Damien Domino, Dean Farcry, and Roy Gallows. I might introduce them later. I don't want to put too many mods in here if I don't have to, okay? But for these characters, I might have to use mods, and it's just like, Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot. Give me one moment. So I created a save file basically where I have the My House crew, I have certain members of the corporation, the corporation is an army of assassins, mercenaries, and hitmen, okay? And the corporation are typically a story about murderers killing criminals and scumbags, but in the story we were kind of showcasing the Sims 4, they were just being scumbags. And most of it was to break the game and see what we could actually come up with and what we could do, but also because I wanted to mess with the characters and see what it would look like when they do what they potentially might do. Deadpool was quite interesting. I actually got a chance to fine-tune little ideas of how we can make him an interesting long-term character. Well, it's not Deadpool anymore. We have to actually get, I have to get you, not we, I have to get used to calling him Fred Willis or Fred, because we're dropping the Deadpool name from Tibbs TV because it's, well, I don't want to be that guy that just relies on the Deadpool name to get that character out there. Look, I don't think there's a problem with fair use and fan film versions of these characters. I don't think there's a problem with that. Fair use is a thing. But if I want Fred to be truly mine, right, I have to not live off a name that is unfortunately very popular, and it might look like you're kind of piggybacking off that. You know what I mean? That's why Davy Jones is David Jones. You're not piggybacking off a pirate, and he doesn't look like a pirate, doesn't act like a pirate. He just, at one point in 700 years, was. Also, I do believe that one's in the public domain, so he doesn't count, apparently. And Michael Myers, we don't call him Michael, we call him Mikey. because he's a multiverse thing, I guess. Anyway, the point is, I don't want to piggyback off big names if I don't have to, and Deadpool is a name we have to drop. Because it just makes sense that he should be, well, he should be him, Fred. And since I want to try to become accustomed to saying Fred, I have to stop being so used to saying Deadpool. Because this isn't 2016 anymore. We are in 2025. It's time to take this up a notch. Anyway, I got the 2 mods, I think. But yeah, we added these characters. I did fine-tune ideas. I did try some things. We are going to probably lower some of the different things. What was that? I probably should have read that because we bought University and it's whatever, it's not important. So we're going to resume the game just while I do the recap, and then we'll do a new save file because we are going to do a brand new save too. I have an idea of what you're able to do with the settings. I do like the settings we have. I also want to try to make note of them, but I don't know if we can do all that. We did add extreme violence. We did not want to keep Deadly Toddlers because it just... Deadly Toddlers isn't really what I'm looking for. I do think that unaliving infants and toddlers and children, unaliving being a word that I'm trying to be censor happy with here with because it's YouTube, is acceptable because in real life that can happen. I don't want that to be the focus of these videos and stories. Actually, we'll leave that up because that also we have to talk about. But extreme violence mod itself, I'm very okay with doing because in real life and considering some of the stories we're trying to tell, it makes sense to have it. Although I do want to, for this new save, we're gonna heavily downtone that. I think that these things should happen, but nowhere as often as they were because you can change the settings. So when we do this, we're gonna do that from the get-go before we get too deep into the story, right? But yeah, we have extreme violence mod. All the things are kind of added in. I know how to use it now, and I know what I want to do with it. Deadly Toddlers will not be part of this playthrough / experience, whatever you want to call it. Unalivable children, is how I'm going to word it, is going to be in the game. I have not tested it. I probably should have before we started this new series, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I imagine it works fine. Everything else has. It should too. Okay. We also have base mental drugs, I guess the way to put it, where you can use and deal in the game. And we do that because, again, in real life and very commonplace in society is drug use. Now, I think that having dealers is also a thing that we should do because we have certain characters who are like that. And if I want to get everybody, kind of helps. Also, it'd be an interesting way to see if that could be one of their ways to make money when they're struggling. Which brings me to another thing. We are not going to cheat money in this new save file. I did that before because I wanted to mess with things, see what I could get away with and what I could do and what things were like and how much money you could have even. And I noticed it caps at $1 under 10 million, which is interesting. It says plus X amount of money over that, but I don't know if you actually do have that because I noticed the numbers still go down. And I'm not spending $50 million that quickly. It's just not a thing. So I think there is a cap here for the most part, but if we don't cheat money, then it'll feel grindier. It'll feel probably closer to our crappy economy we live in now. So that's also going to be a thing. We're not going to cheat money on this one, which means the struggle is going to be real, okay? We also have, as you can see on screen, Wicked Whims. Now, for most of you who do not know, this is a very oftentimes graphic X-rated mod. Now, I don't want to break YouTube's terms of service or community guidelines. I value this platform and I value being here. I love YouTube, okay? Streaming makes me very happy as a person. So I don't want all of that on screen, but some of the mechanics can be helpful and or funny. Let me explain here. There is one where you can basically traffic human beings. And given that have some very evil characters, look, it doesn't matter what they're being used for, although based on the mod but still, we can use our own narrative and say they're being trafficked as slaves or labor camps or whatever. The point is, it helps with the mechanics I want to do for certain elements of the story for that. Also, there is a prostitution possibility. And in real life, well, it counts even if you have to pay for it. Now, that's the edgiest thing I'll say in the beginning here, but it is the truth. So I figure at this point we're going to keep Wicked Whims. However, all of the nudity. There's no real way to say it otherwise. Yeah, nudity. We are going to censor that, and I found the perfect way to do it. It's called Wickwim's censorship mod, which you can see on screen, I'm sure. I think it's... Is this thing all working? Is it on screen? You guys see the label that says warning? Let me just make sure, because I can be talking, maybe it's not actually appearing, and then I'll look like a complete doofus. All right, can we... Okay, cool. It is working. Thank you guys so much for giving me feedback on that one. I'm kidding. But anyway, this is the Wicked Whims censorship mod for streamer mode. This means you can stream it. It will blur everything out. You can't see nothing. This will not cover other mods. So if something happens and we have this horrible atrocity that somehow something gets through, well, I'm screwed if that happens. So I have to be careful with my mod setup. But this should remove all of the, oh my God, that's amazing. We want to remove as much of that as possible because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. And though YouTube is typically understanding that it's a video game, there have been exceptions in the past, like with GTA, which is why we never finished that playthrough. And honestly, we might never actually do it now because people have been reporting my stuff crazy when those things come through. So hopefully this censors all the X-rated material of the mod. It's not that much, but it's still there. But this is how we're going to do it. And if you're looking to have a Goonathon, I don't think you're going to be able to get that. We also have installed as a mod, what's it called? Life Tragedies. I like Life Tragedies actually a lot because kidnapping and then human trafficking later, right? Those things are actually very doable. And again, we have characters that I want to be adherently evil because in the series that I'm trying to build, and each series that will follow, because I think we're going to be with Sims for a bit. I think this might be the biggest series since Fallout 4 as far as me having a long-term fun time with it, I guess, way to put it. I want every little story to have a villain. And villains, I'm sorry, in a lot of movies and shows, they're kind of not good. You need villains who are evil. So, in this show, project, live stream series, whatever you want to call it, we are going to have villains, mind you, who are adherently evil. We did some experimenting with a character named Elias, named not only after the YouTuber that's helped me do a lot of exposure over the years of bad people, but also based off a character we created about 3 or 4 years ago that he named himself after, ironically enough. And we got spectacular results as far as truly evil characters that on his own exhibited a very evil nature. I could give you examples, but if you want the examples, I'm just going to say watch episodes 1 through 6. Some of them are long videos. Skim if you want. I don't care. It's fun either way. I get it. It's a long video. I would knock them down over time, but you know, adherently evil, what does that even mean? Like people that are evil by default. I would imagine adherently evil, inherently evil, whatever. Oh, thank you. I just realized that's one of those people again. Whatever. But yes, we want to have central villain characters who are very, very evil. So that's where a lot of these things come into play, in fact. I don't know if there's any other mods. We also have some clothing mods, Ghostface stuff, Michael Myers stuff, Deadpool stuff. That's because of the appearance of what the Miles characters always look like. And I don't know off the top of my head if we have anything else. What is happening in my comment section? That thing's glitching. Hey, Ray, how you doing? What are villains capable of? I'm hoping everything. We also have some DLCs that I want to get into. Again, I don't remember any other DLCs off the top of my head, but those are the important ones. Those are the big ones that add a lot more. There is a Monarch mode or mod that is where you can basically have kings and stuff, but I don't want to add that till way down the line where I can test it and everything. But right now, I am looking at that. I also am looking at base mental drinking and gambling because, again, these things are in real life. Why wouldn't I? They should be compatible with all the things that we have. And I'm trying to think. There was something else I added yesterday. Maybe it's in my notes. Let's see. I don't have anything. I'm assuming I got it all. Yeah. Oh, and I also have release bladders. So you can basically go to the bathroom literally anywhere. And that's because I thought it would be funny to have that because, I don't need to give you examples, actually. The episodes 1 through 6 kind of narrowed it down why it was funny. So, that being said, I think... Oh, we also have the MCC Command Center, which kind of gives me more freedom to do what I want. We will be using it. The rest... If there's anything else I need to update, I'll do it in the description if I have to. That way, and I'll leave links if you want to know where these things are at. How about we do that? Let's see. Busy Squirrel and Homie. They all kidnap younglings. Regarding the playthrough, yeah, we had some pretty evil characters, and I want to have different versions of better and more evil characters leading forward. So we also have, off the top of my head, we have the high school DLC because we're going through the life of Tibbs and how he meets the My House crew and what they do when they get older and all the things they experience in life and the people they meet and, of course, the villainous monsters they have to fight. Because there is combat in the game the way I have it set up. But we have the high school DLC, so there'll be an entire high school era. Then we also have Discover University. We just bought that this morning. I figured, why not? The sale's on until November 3rd. That's going on right now on PC, so I figured, why not? So I bought the Discover University DLC. I also have For Rent because, well, in the My House story, Tibbs was a landlord at one point, up until the very end of the world and all that. So, makes sense to have that for later, or even beforehand, because other people he can rent from. I am sure that we can use many examples of my life where that was a thing. Pissing when you need is necessary. Damn right. What else do I have? I'm trying to remember all the DLCs. I'm got the worst brain today, but again, this is just a recap of the video. I will try to timestamp this stuff down below as well. I'm trying to see. We got For Rent, City Living, University, Dine Out. We do have Dine Out, and I found that you can make a Mexican restaurant, so Deadpool will have his dream restaurant, I'm sure. Oh, Abortion. That was the other one I wanted to add, but I never did. I found the list of mods at this point. I'm trying to remember all the DLCs I added. I can't, for the life of me, remember. Okay, I'll leave it in the description. How about that? We'll make it simple, but you have the gist of it. Discovery University, High School, For Rent, all the fun little ones. I don't know why it's bothering me that I don't remember, though. I'm like, I should know. Anyway, and this has been our little recap.
Antimus! Oh, darkness, gloom.
I'm also going to note that some of these Sims are absolutely unhinged, okay? And I guess for a disclaimer, if you are sensitive to offensive or controversial gaming content, this will not be a stream for you. Please do not come into my chats or my comment sections whining about what I'm playing. Just don't be here, okay? This is a disclaimer that this is not going to be for everybody, and I get it. Some of this will be wildly offensive. In fact, I guarantee some of it will be overtly offensive. We do cover a variety of different kinds of dark humor, including racial stereotypes and jokes, homophobic and LGBT-based jokes and offensive and dark humor. We also cover a subject matter that makes fun of abortion. Not proud of that one, but for entertainment value, I'll do it. We also do have a lot of misogynistic humor and things that revolve around men being complete douches to women. It is look, I get it. That might upset some people. You have your disclaimer. We also have a lot of subject matter revolving around adults. There will be no diddler stuff here. I do not allow it, okay? If it's two adults, SA is totally a topic at points, I'm sure. Because I've been SA'd in this game 3 times. It's not fun being on the receiving end. But it's a thing. But there will be nothing revolving around minors. I will not allow it. So, don't expect it. As far as offensive humor goes, and I get it, Family Guy did it a lot. That's the one thing we don't allow here. You bring it up, you ask for it, I will ban you for life. Okay? As far as that, I'm going to say it like this to try and make it easier for myself. Okay? We cover a lot of offensive subject matter for entertainment purposes only. Outside of the aspect of children, unaliving them is one thing, but any vulgarity involving minors is off the table. Do not expect that. If it's offensive in any other way, in a way that's safe for YouTube, you will likely see it at some point. I'm not an edgelord. I'm not a troll. I just think that offensive humor, well, controversy creates cash, said Eric Bischoff of the WWE. And let's be honest here, a lot of us find it funny, so at this point, it's on the table. Does that help it make sense? Let's see. Ben, did you... Hold on, I'm trying to let the user thing go through. Okay, well, since we're having disruptions, I was prepared for this. We're going to increase the subscriber time. Like I said, we're here to watch me play games, not talk to you guys. If you guys want to act like fools, we'll just change the time frame. So we're going to go to, instead of 5 minutes, let's go to 3 hours. There we go. Let's see. They were all terrified before the H show. They were all terrified before, but the horny one. Yeah, there was some interesting ones I've noticed. Okay, so removing the disruptive people that are looking for attention. Don't want to deal with that. I get that there's a lot of people who do not know how to act like normal adults. And I get that offensive humor is a thing, but if you're a troll or acting like trolls have in the past, you're not allowed here. Like I said, there's a whole other channel, Tipsy Archives, go over there. And I'm not going to say it a million times. If you miss it, you'll have to figure it out on your own, and you'll have to just, I don't know, watch this video from the beginning. So, now that we've covered all of those things, we've fixed that potential chat disruption, I think that it is time that we, I guess, do we want to scroll around and look at all the characters? Nah, we don't need to. So let's exit to main menu. I guess save. I don't know why we're saving, but still. And then we will begin our little excursion. Let's see. I'm trying to get my phone to work. I don't know why it's been glitching. It's like really bad right now. Looks like everything's working.
All working? Is it all?
Okay. So just move over here, I guess. You guys ready? And just so you all are aware, I might as well pin this comment while it's here. You have the opportunity to donate to me via Venmo, Cash App, and or PayPal. I usually am only using the PayPal and the Cash App, but I'll see it either way. The point is, if you want to, you have the option. You don't have to. It's completely optional. Also, I have not shut it off yet because I keep forgetting. So I might just leave it on for the sake of it. But if you would like to use Super Chats, you have the option. And if you would like to become a member, I can't give anything worth the money. I don't have like any ideas. But if you just want to use it as a big donation button, go for it. Um, it would be easy to use super chat though, honestly, if you're gonna do that. But still, it is there. I don't know if you want to have those. We have like emojis and badges. They're not anything super special. And but yeah. Anyway, if you want to use those things for the purpose of contributing to my growth and helping me buy more DLCs for this game or whatever else, support a small creator even, you have the option. It is completely optional. I have to say that because somebody out there was like, hey, I don't want to have to give you money. I'm like, oh, look, bro, I get it. The economy is terrible. I get it. You don't have to. It's optional. So let's see. Would you like to create my story? After you can customize my appearance. So what we're going to do to start this is I think we're going to start with my mom and dad. Fictional versions of them, mind you. Not the actual people. Because I don't want to involve my mom and dad on my channel. So, I guess a personality quiz would be okay. Let's start with each question. What age am I? Well, if it's should we start with my mom or my dad? Let's do my dad. The song I like just came on the radio. Crank it up.
No, whoa,
That was creepy. A friend trips and falls in my home. What's my reaction? Yeah, those things stuck my arm. Anyway, friend trips, falls in my home. What's my reaction? I'll provide first aid. Do they break anything? Point and laugh. If we're going off my dad, that actually could be all three, depending on the day. Because my dad raised a house of boys. So sometimes they'd be like, if you stop running, it's just heavily leaning towards that last one. What's for dinner? Veggies, 3-course meal. Who cares? Let's just say my dad cooked everything. Like, really went all out. So, my friend needs someone to watch their child. On the proof of the job, they should hire a nanny. They know not to ask me. My friend, they know not to ask my dad. It's the weekend. I have nothing to do. Weekend, I have nothing to do. It's actually funny. I can actually build a similar story to my actual dad's life. I don't think you ever watched live stuff. I know he didn't like video games. He did listen to the radio a lot. There's a going away party for an acquaintance. Yes. What do I do? Give some a text message. These are all inaccurate. My dad would never do any of these. I mean, maybe this. I get asked on a date. What's my response? What are my thoughts on aliens? These are all unfair. Could you say I'm not a believer? Oh, you can't. There's something I want but can't afford. What do I do? Something's wrong on the internet. What do I do? All of these would be inaccurate. My dad doesn't believe in this crap. He hates those kinds of people. Write a blog post. My dad was not a writer at all. And politely debate them. Home is where my stuff is, where the heart is, where I feel safe. That'd be that one.
Ooh.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, Zimze.
No. It cannot be a woman. It's got to be a man. That's why. Okay, thank God. Should my dad be as dark as humanly possible? Because, you know. Let's see. This game is dark, man.
Ooh.
Let's see. I mean, I would imagine. Why are we basing this off my actual dad? All right, let's see. We'll just do this. We'll do the. Hold on. We'll go off like the early era version, I guess. Do we have like suits and stuff? You can say all you want. I can't change my demeanor. All right, and do we have like black? I guess that works. And then we have tennis shoes. All of these things are terrible. And then we'll do like, I don't know. Like, how do I make him look Mexican? Because my dad was Mexican. Wait, do I want to be Mexican in the story, though? Like, how does that work? Do we just go off the genetics of only my mother? I think we can. We'll find out. We'll find out. We need the biggest beard humanly possible. We call it the Abe. And then we'll give him a white beard. And then we'll do black hair, I guess. Yeah, I guess that works. And then... the frick was that? So that's where that is. Do they have another piece? I mean, I don't know, I guess. All right. So obviously this is never gonna work. We're just gonna. This looks wrong on so many levels.
Ooh. Huh.
That works.
Huh.
He wants a big, happy family. No, he's an athletic. No, never mind. That's never going to work. Maybe cook. He loved to cook. Wait, maybe knowledge.
Huh.
He was an outdoorsy type, that was for sure. Popularity, location. There we go. He's all about... No, this is all bullshit. I guess... Is that raccoon again? Jesus Christ, man, I can't read a break. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe...
Ooh.
I mean, I guess... we'll just fine-tune it. We'll say he's a businessman. There we go. That one makes sense. Wait, what? Oh, there was another one. 5-star property. Well, I mean... I don't think so. What's this one? Cause of death. Business savvy. He earns this more than the standard rate from careers. He's not mean. He's not a music lover. So what you're saying is, none of this personality quiz ever wants to help, unless my dad was a hothead. All right, so some of these are just not. Goofball, that would be my dad.
Shebny.
It's amazing that I got it wrong. Yeah.
Homejima. Not
All right.
Remo.
And then add a new sim. We gotta figure out.
And a prep kit up.
Ow! God, what the fuck? That hurt. All right, and then
Yazif Gum.
I'm more like, lady. No one asked. No one asked your opinion. All right, let's see. And then I guess that works. Let's see. So they just don't judge me, right? Let's see. First thing I'm gonna say is she hated children.
Oh, Lonkus.
I'm kidding. I have to wait. Hold on.
Ugh,
Wait, since I'm the only child here, it makes sense, right? Let's see. If we're gonna go off of friendly social aid, have social need to cake quickly game more than that's usually is low. Snob.
Gumao.
You have to wonder how my mom and dad even got together, man. Like in this story, we'll use the materialistic, no. Perfectionist, no. Neat. Like, you have to wonder how this even happened. It's too bad we can't have more. Back. D-chat, tell me if this sounds like my mother, okay? Hates children. Remember, I'm the only child. We need them to not like me. Which is weird that she had me, though. Snob. And neat, because she's a clean freak, right? Does this sound like my mother a little bit? I wish we could put, like, other unsavory traits. Because all of these things, it's like, instead of self-assured, it should be full of yourself. You know what I mean? But they don't have those ones. And then she earns more than the standard rate from careers. Does that say 5 or is that a sim for simoleons? And that outfit's fine. Now we need to add genetics. Okay.
Yeah, the Kurgadon.
We're going to go as low as possible. Can we go younger than that? It's me. I was a little bastard back then. Wait. If you do it with the young adult first, would it fine tune what you look like when you do adult or young adult or whatever, and then you backtrack to the infant? Will it grow into the person you created for young adult or adult? I'm curious. You can't do adult. You must be younger than your parents. No shit. No shit. All right, let's fine tune this a bit. So first thing we should do is, since this is a video game, hold on. Can we get rid of all this? I need to have exact body measurements for this to work. All right, let's see. First things first. I do not have the FAT mods installed because I know that there are mods that exist, okay, where you can make your character overtly overweight. And I know that some people expect me to do that because they want to pretend like I weigh 4 billion pounds. How am I weighing more than the planet, by the way? That's whatever. For humor, we'll bring it up, right? I don't have the body mods because I keep forgetting. And actually, I should write. Well, actually, it's not going to matter at this point. Because I can't modify after they're created. Body mods. And they'll put FAT for future NPCs. Because there are other ones. But what I will do is try to keep this somewhat accurate.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes sense. That actually is. It's the most you could do, too, which is hilarious. And then we'll pull this out. Because, you know, winner likes a dad bod. And then what we'll do is shrink in the neck because I'm going to have a little bit of an immersion. Do I have hairy arms? Yeah. Do I have a hairy belly? Hold on. Oh, wow. That's more hair than yesterday. What the fuck? All right. Do we change our underwear? Because I wear tighty whities. Is it not an option? Oh, it is. Holy moly. That is so much more accurate. I look like a goddamn autistic man. All right, we need to have crazy hair. I mean, this isn't quite, is it? I mean, if I look in the, I mean, kinda. It's supposed to be a representation of me, you know what I mean? We'll remove this. There we go. You can't have freckles. Do I have freckles? I don't think I'm my mother's son at this point. I want to grow out my hair, so we'll probably end up looking like that by the time I'm a young adult. And then we'll go get a beard. Well, actually, never mind. I forgot I don't have one anymore. I shaved. All right. Do we want to look for the hair, or is this... You guys think this is good? Look, guys. I could say the N-word now. Cultural appropriation. I'm kidding. There's that humor I was talking about. I think the hair color is slightly off. No, it's not red, for the love of God. It's not that color for sure. That looks more accurate, actually. No, that just might be the light. We'll roll with this. That looks closest. LOL. All right. Okay, that is a lie. My back is completely no hair, which I question that. But whatever. Why does my back have no hair? I don't know. I actually don't know. Have that backwards cap you had in your HS picks. Oh, that's right. Well, in this one, we're an adult. I think we can fine-tune each era as we go. But I also don't think we need to because it's like, you can pick and choose your clothing either way. So I guess what we'll do... Let's just make the backwards cap a thing again. Hold on. Do I have my cap on standby? Do I see it? It's not on the desk. I'll wear it next stream. That's what we'll do it. Let's see. So now, we need to do this as much justice as humanly possible. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Well, I mean, maybe. Can I make it more? It only goes so far, so I mean, I might as well just leave it there. I mean, it doesn't go out that far. I mean, a little bit it does. A little bit it does. But that's not the point. His back is arched, so it's kind of unfair. I gave him scoliosis. What is this? Oh, yeah, that's not going to work for me. Because I don't have that going on. Let's see. So now we go to t-shirts, and there's only one t-shirt we can ever have in this entire game. The entire playthrough. I'm not wearing my skeleton shirt. What the fuck? Donovan! Where's my skeleton shirt? Like, this is the only way you'll know it's me. And then we gotta wear the same freaking jeans and or cargo pants from the street fight. Dude, the base game does not do me justice. Like, you can't make him bigger. It just says no. When he goes red like that, you can't do it. I'm like, just a little bit out, but it won't do it. And do I want glove? No, we gotta put shoes on. This way, when I de-age, we'll go into this later. Okay, we got 4 options here. Brown scraggly boots. Those boots. These ones are closer, but I think these might be the closest. I don't think I have fingerless gloves. But let's find out. Ooh. Oh, you can't do both. Well, that would have been cool, though. Where are the gloves? Hold on, hold on. I could have sworn fingerless gloves were in here, and now they're not. All right, well, I tried. I guess we could do these. They don't look right. All right, I think that is everything. To all my haters, I tried to make it as close as I could to what you guys want me to be. It's just never going to work. All right, and now we go to here. Oh, no, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing? Now we have the young adult. Let's go to...
Scoofa Narimo. Sabafa.
Somehow I got skinnier. Hold on, my belt is trying to give me a pinch in my stomach. There we go. Let it breathe for a while. Oh, I'm a teen. Okay, well, I can't be a... Okay, child. Okay, that's... I never want to hear that again. That's blasphemy. I never had long hair. I've been trying for like 38 years, by the way. And I keep cutting it. This is the longest it's been by far, I'm sure. Okay. We can't customize the clothes either on this one. Can we remove the hair? Ah! Cancer patient. All these haircuts absolutely suck. Wait, what's this one? I mean, I don't want to be the black kid in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Right, and then we go to belong. Oh, wait, no. I forgot we're doing this. We're doing this. Because it's actually more accurate. Germany. I have so many comments I should say on that one. I'm not going to. All right. So now we've de-aged, and then we go to teenager.
Huh? With Daba.
Maybe what we should do. We're like, maybe what we should do is just not touch that. Because I don't want to look that much like my mother again. There's a video. So, a little bit of fan lore here for Tibbs TV, right? There's a video where I was playing a character named Wanda. Long story short, we didn't have enough characters, and we needed to have some representation, I guess. It was a throwaway character. That's why we did it. And Wanda is, well, it's me in women's clothing. Okay? Because Wanda technically is trans. And I'm not saying we're throwing away that kind of people. No, it's a long story, okay? We're trying to give it a little edge. And Wanda had previously been a female character, played by a dude, of course, with a shawl. This time we tried to make it look more like an actual... The budget was higher. We had more to work with. And Wanda is me in a wig and an outfit, and it looked way too much like my mother. Like, you could not tell them apart. And so, after that, we did an episode. I think we did one episode. And after that, I could never do it again, because I was like, dude, this is very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
Like, not just wearing it, but also how close it resembled my mother. So I swore off the character. We never finished the My House reboot series. We were 4 episodes in, I think, or filming episode 4 when we shut it down. And then life took a nosedive for a number of reasons. I'm not going to get into it right now. There's other times and places for that. But, yeah, long story short, there was a video, and I'm sure it still exists because I still have it. And that means I probably uploaded it somewhere. I don't know where. Stop interrupting, Tibbs. And, read D chat's comment because it's also very true. But yeah, I swore I would never do it again because it was uncomfortable. And it was like, when I saw in the video, like, we did a side-by-side with my mom's picture and what I look like, and I was like, this is...
Oh.
There was no difference, is the problem. Okay. And so now, anytime I hear any reference to me looking like
Ooh.
my mother, even in a game like that, based off genetics, no, we have to shut that down because it brings back those memories of that project. We basically stopped the My House reboot series, which there's a whole skit channel to find on my. If you go to my homepage and you go down to my featured channels, you'll see Tibbs TV 2 or Tibbs TV. I think it's Tibbs TV skits, maybe. I'm not sure. It's Tibbs TV 2. That's the mention handle, right? You find all of our Miles videos except for the reboot series. I think that we're still having to figure out how to censor that because there's slurs used. YouTube has not been friendly, so those videos are not there anymore. Stop interrupting, Tibbs. But we basically stopped that entire series because that is probably the main reason why, actually. My mom was like, a little questionable, but she didn't seem to care too much because, mind you, it was entertainment. And then we were going to have episode 4 be the one where they meet Ghostface because it was a parody multiverse. We added in every kind of little franchise kind of thing for fun, because a lot of people on YouTube do that. Little piece of history there for my channel why this won't work. Let's see. They all been gooning to that ever since. To this very day, that day daydream about it in their spaces with one another. Yeah, I've noticed that, and it's very disturbing. Like, it's whatever. We have a bunch of, we'll just label it as LGBT stalkers who are not friendly towards my content, and yet they will keep those things and hyper fantasize about a lot of it. I'm like, I'm not going to judge you and tell you who to be, but if you're going to dump on me that much, maybe don't keep pictures of me in that variety so close to the chest. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're as opinionated as the game as you are in real life. It's actually perfect. So we're gonna de-age because I want to do this from the very beginning, which I feel like I don't know if I want to start as a teen or as a child, because if I start as my parents, I can have them build up a little bit, and then we can build in interweaving stories here if we want to. I have no plan here, guys. Just so you all know, this story I have no plan for. I'm going to start at a point and go. So, how do I want to do this? Do I want to start as an absolute infant and be a raging psychopath? You'd be playing more as your parents at that point. Or do I want to start as a teen? Because I feel like that's where all the good stuff was. You don't get to go to high school or anything until you're a teen. And then if we do it that way, I will not have siblings in this, by the way. I will not have siblings. The reason why is that's just too much chaos there. I'm going to flip a coin, actually. We're going to do a coin flip. It's going to determine how we do this. It works either way. Although, it's still nice to de-age. I need to find a coin. Give me a moment here. I'm not doing this until we find a coin. We're going to do this the right way. What, winner? Oh, she's saying move some stuff. I am moving. Where? Oh, back there. Okay, give me a second. I just sworn I had one though, winner. See, I could have sworn I had a quarter here somewhere. And Winter's like, no, you have it over there. See, I'm like, this isn't the quarter I had. So, like, I'm wondering, where the hell did it go? And she's like, no, it's over there. And she's right. There was a quarter over there. But, like, I'm like, where the hell's the one I had, though? I had this really nice one. What? Oh, she says behind, hold on. She says behind the curtain. Give me a second. Oh, I see it. For all y'all that think she's not alive and aware, she's right. It is behind the curtain, right where she said it was. All right. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. I know that this will make this a lot more tedious, okay? But it'll add longevity on one hand. It'll get to the good shit on another. The way we're going to do this, shut up. No, don't mouth off. Actually, I'm telling myself not to mouth off. And if you guys know my history, I will always mouth off when they tell me not to. I can't be mad at you. You're just like me because you are me in video game form. It's weird the game knows this stuff. So, we're going to do this one of two ways, okay? Heads. We're going to start as an infant. Or, wait, no, not as an infant. Yeah, as an, well... Yeah. Just go complete psychopath here. We'll speed up time if anything. Okay? Heads, we start as an infant, okay? Tails, we start as a teen. This is for all the marbles. It's Tails. All right, guys. Right to high school.
Scoofanarimo.
I have to establish some level. There's no. You remember my biological father, who I never met? Who is that man? The greatest deadbeat dad joke of all time is right there in the game by default. All right. Let's see. So we can pick two traits. Should I build brothers? Can I have one be, like, is that an option? Dude, can you build, like, mentally low people? Like, I'm not saying, I did not say inferior. I did not say inferior. I really should put on my skeleton shirt just for the occasion. I did not say inferior. I said low, as in low functioning, all right? Like, do not take words out of my mouth, man. So, like,
Myth and Yabba.
oh my god. Oh, bro.
Ensign I hard grip on Chibi.
No.
I'll do. Way Bo. Oh, Guma.
Wasuba Kana. Mipi Muebo.
Talk. Lada, yada, lada. I think that one may be close. All right, so we're going to pick it. How did Tibbs die? Can we have the option of overexertion? It is an option. So I got out of bed one day and immediately had a heart attack. The end. All right. Some of this is for my haters because, I like to entertain them too. They are viewers after all. So creativity has always been my biggest thing. However, oh, shit. That was what I wanted to do as a teenager. It's funny that you can be a writer in the game and then build up to YouTuber. And then build up to, well, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do after this isn't working out. Like, I've always thought about it. What would you do if YouTube, what would I do? Not with you. Let's be more clear. What would I do if YouTube didn't work out? Let's say I eventually just one day decided I'm just done. I'm bored. It never really went anywhere. I found it boring after a point. It's just the same thing over and over again. And I've already played all these games a million times, right? Not this game, which is why we're having so much fun with it. What happens after YouTube? Because remember, I wasn't always a YouTuber, and I wasn't always a gamer. Early on, are you done interrupting me? You are exactly like me, and it's frightening. So when I was really young, I wanted to be a paleontologist because I wanted to study dinosaur bones. Little known fact about me, I guess. Then after that, I kind of fell in love with WWE because I thought it was cool to watch it, play with the action figures and the video games. Even though I played video games of SmackDown and SmackDown vs. Raw, etc., I wasn't a gamer back then. It was just sort of like part of the WWE hobby, right?
Huh.
And then I sort of molded from that into my passion for writing. So writing would be the most common because even now I like telling stories and it's writing. And then after that, I started becoming a fan of gaming. Gaming long before YouTube, mind you. And so gaming became kind of my thing. And then after that, as we go, right? Then I fell in love with YouTube, and here I am. What happens after YouTube? I've always kind of thought about it. And I have thought about it because I do think about my future, even though it's not a whole lot really is possible these days, and a lot of things are kind of out of my reach. I still do think about it. And I always thought, and it's a stupid dream. It's a stupid idea of something to do after this, but I always thought, what if I became like a politician and slowly climbed to power to take over the world? stupid, but it's there. Politician is in the game. I also thought there was another one I thought about because different ideas over time of what I would do next because I thought about it. Like YouTube's a stepping stone. There will always be something next. Unless you die. That is a thing. Unfortunately, but whatever. I hope not. I hope I'll be alive till I'm 90. Gonna annoy my haters, entertain all of you right here on YouTube till I'm 90. Come on, it'd be cool. But thought I heard the raccoon again. I'm like, dude, that thing never sleeps. But I also thought about lawyer, police officer, even also careers in the game. So I don't know where I'll go next after YouTube, but it's kind of cool that in the game you can kind of line it up the way your life has been. And then what is this? Sweet. It's kind of cool that your life can kind of play out. Let's see. Animation, making real movies, graphic novels. Here. Those would be cool things. And yeah, even that. I could go back to writing at some point. I really could. It's cool the game kind of lets you do that. That's why I bring it up. So we're going to do best-selling author because it's creative. It is... Look, even though I'm not writing books anymore, I'm still doing things like this on YouTube. So visual writer, written writer, it's all kind of the same idea. It's a perfect one to go with. We're going to pick preferences because I have so many I could do. So baking, I'm not a fan of baking. It's not my thing. Comedy, I like comedy. Cooking, I like cooking. But only... Jesus Christ, Tibbs, let me speak. Can I mute you? Now I know how everybody else feels. Wow, I actually get it now. Music get better boost for the skills when they're inspired. That also is highly... I can't write unless I'm got that motivation and I'm inspired. So, cooking, I like to cook when it calls for it. Like, on the average, I don't cook. I just microwave stuff, right? But if I have the tools and just at my disposal and the budget to buy an exceptionally stupid amount of food to experiment with, oh yeah, it's fun. I do like it. So I guess we'd put yes because of that. But if I'm going to talk about my average meals, no. But anyway, fishing is a hell no. Fitness, are you kidding? Fitness? Gardening, no. Mischief, oh, just skip past mischief for a minute. Guitar, I like the guitar, but I don't do the guitar, so there's no point. Okay, so these some of these, I'll wait. Are you kidding? Are you only talking because I'm talking? It's weird that it knows. It's actually weird that he knows when I'm talking. Enough to interrupt me. Trying to do commentary. You're literally me. Like, this is literally what I do when people talk to me, too. It's like, this is actually frighteningly close to me, too. No, I'm going to wait till you're done. Are you done? I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tibbs, can you shut the fuck up for a bit? Just for a minute. Let me do the character building and commentate on it, and then when we get into the world space, they can never shut up, all right? Wow, I actually understand people's frustration now. It's like this whole... Okay, you're done. Okay, thank God. So, guitar, I like the guitar. I like listening to the guitar. I don't actually ever use a guitar. I don't know how to play or anything like that. So, if it has to do with listening to it and appreciating what it is, that'd be a yes, right? But I'm thinking it means actually playing it. So, we're not going to say yes to that. Handiness. What is handiness for? Handiness. I mean, I am handy. I just not handy with everything. I don't have people I can rely on, so I have to be handy. It's just like, but I also don't know a lot, so I have to constantly read and Google everything. Mischief. I mean, no. Goody two.
Fuerta.
Mixology, no. Painting, no.
Sepine.
Photography, yeah,
Uh,
'cause that's like videoing and
oh.
pictures.
Sure.
Programming, no. Well,
Huh.
we'll leave that one
Marco
blank. We'll leave that one blank.
Jabina.
That's a no. That's a
Oh.
no. Research and debate.
Marja.
I loved it.
Nihadish.
I'll wait. You are making me understand people's frustration with me when we talk. That's right. Shut the fuck up. I love to debate with people, so we're gonna do this one. Yes.
Onya Flurbis.
Robotics.
Ah.
I just look over a winner on this one.
Nibihana.
She's just gonna pretend he's not talking at this point.
Twasiba.
Violin. I love the
Ah.
violin. I just don't know how to play the violin. I'm thinking this means play. So we're gonna leave it blank. Oh wait. I don't hate the guitar. What in the hell? Actually. Just because I don't know how to play does not mean I should mark it as no. I hate baking. But I don't hate baking. I mean, if I like cooking, why would I hate baking? I just don't do it. So that should be that. Fishing, I don't like fishing outdoors, etc. Painting, I don't hate painting. I'm realizing dislike probably means hate. Rocket science, yeah, that just sounds annoying. Video gaming, love it.
Huh. Marco Shufi.
Did I love it back then?
Jabina.
Can't do it, so. In writing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Shurga. Whoa.
Black.
Onya Flurbis. Ah. Oh. Onya Flurbis. Huh.
I ate baking.
Ha ha!
Basic fashion, boho fashion, country fashion. I don't think fashion really matters. I'm not fond of hippie fashion, but I mean, fashion's never really been something I'm not with. I love rocker fashion. I know that much.
Linuba.
I also like polished. Is polished like suits and shit? I like wearing the idea of wearing a suit. Sims got confused. He's like the final music. Here we go. Alternative. Blues. Classic. Hip hop.
Pankira, wake to do.
Pop. I don't know about jazz. You know what jazz I like? Saxophone and shit? Yeah, hell yeah. R&B, retro. I listen to a lot of romantic, I guess, if I put it. Are you done? You're like, Jesus Christ. Spooky, yeah, let's put that in there.
Pankira, wake to do.
Jesus Christ, Tibbs. Do you mind? Having some self-control would be nice, man. Like, I actually understand my haters for a moment here. Just for a moment, okay? Just for a moment. So, these Sims can talk to themselves and have unpredictable emotions. Let's do that.
Ba 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 ba.
Oh, my God. But I want to start with that as the problem. Self-assured, confident. I mean, I was a while back. Hot-headed. I mean, yeah. When I do, okay, hot-headed. These Sims tend to be angry. I don't like being angry though. Can rile up other Sims. You know why I have haters. You'll understand how that's true. And you become angry target with mischief. That also would be true. 2 out of 3 is not bad. Goofball. I used to be. So since I'm a teenager in this, would I put that? Bookworm. No, not anymore. Geek. Art lover. Geek. Happy when reading sci-fi or playing video games. May become tense if they haven't played much. Are much better at finding collectibles. When they haven't played much video games. Come on, what happens when I can't play video games, right? And discuss geek things with like Geek Sims. Let's do that. I'm not gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick erratic until later. I became an adult, and that's when I became an erratic sociopath. Cringe. Oh my god. Sims who are obnoxiously oblivious and sometimes met with polarizing reactions. Cringe Sims can be socially unaware of their surroundings at times, but have an adorable enthusiasm for life. I don't know. Maybe? Good. I want to say good. These Sims become happy around Sims with positive moodlets. That would be me. Can donate to charity. Not me. I don't have the money for that. And become sad when interacting with evil Sims. Angry would actually be a better word, so probably not quite so accurate there. And discuss world peace. I used to. Sadly enough, then the atmosphere of YouTube and the people I've had to unfortunately encounter, some of which we've been banning recently, kind of took it out of me. I guess somebody in my chats, it might have been D-Chat, said that is called empathy fatigue, where you lose the empathy for everyone, and you no longer have the optimism for the world to be better. So, you know, I guess if you were to go off the old days, yeah, back then I would donate to people I liked and thought were cool people. I would have that mindset, be happy when I'm around good, decent people. I would be sad about how evil can be and people can be, and I would also discuss things like world peace back then. I don't want that to be a trait, though, because that will stick with you forever. That's me. Oh, yeah? Let's see. Hates children. No, never really hated anybody. Jealous? No. I don't get jealous. That's would have been my underlying traits. Loner. Yeah, when I was in my teens, that was a thing. They become happy when alone, do not receive negative moodlets, and when their social need is low, become tense around strangers. Actually, I don't think loner would be accurate, because it's not that I liked being alone. It's more so that I was used to it, and therefore it didn't really bother me. And that's what I've always thought loner meant, but I guess it's more, though, that you want to be alone, rather than... It's not that I wanted to be alone. It's more so I was just okay with it. Because I was, like, I could settle. Right, you know? Instead of going out and trying to inject myself into the world, knowing how the world is, I learned very young, unfortunately. Instead, I just became at peace with it. Instead of arguing with everybody why I should be able to have friends and why I should be able to have that, I was more or less settling with the unfortunate life I was forced to have, which is alone, no friends, no relationships, locked in a room almost your entire life and having no way to learn because socially you were robbed. That's generally the problem. So loner would not be accurate. Let's see. Loyal Sims value relationships and fully commit to them, whether they are friendships, romance, or even work. They avoid lying and cheating because their loved ones' trust is very important to them. Yeah, that would be actually very accurate, although I don't think the loyalty is because... Not lying and cheating is not because of the loved ones. It's more so that's just being a morally decent person. But that would still fit the bill. Mean? No, never needed to be that way. In fact, I think I was overly nice. Straight edge. No, because I did marijuana later. Remember, these traits will stick with you for life. At least I think they do. Empathy fatigue is it? Yeah, that is true. Snob is a no. Socially awkward. Okay. These Sims tend to struggle in social situations and build charisma more slowly, but gain powerful moodlets and sentiments when they are able to overcome their awkwardness and accompanying nervousness to form close friendships. That might be the one.
Oh.
So I'm a geek, and I'm socially awkward. It's sad that that actually fits me as a description. We all know this isn't a thing. Okay, pheromone. I'm going to read through these because they're all fun anyway. It just gives something to talk about for a minute. Pheromonal flower. There's something about your makeup that's strange. What makeup, by the way? This is actually what I look like. No offense. Women like the wife's like, I gotta go put my makeup on. You mean your mask? It's not Halloween. Jesus Christ. They're obsessed with everything erotic. Well, Jesus Christ. So it's a prawn addict. And your body produces barely visible pollen which surrounds you whenever you go creating a sort of scent. This is obviously a dirty one. Someday we should do my sim together. Oh, yeah? when we get to adulthood, we'll have to definitely do that because you are there. So, evil. Remember, we're going to have very evil Sims at one point. We're basically building the hero of our story. Okay, here we go. This also be accurate, but only in my teen years. So I don't think we should have the trait. Because, again, from what I understand, traits follow you your whole life. I don't know if they change. What young man isn't? I know, right? Generous, caring, empathetic, and patient. These Sims are happiest when they're offering their time and money to help others. I paid for a family to have an easier life because they were struggling. And I paid them way too much. And they took advantage of me and my kindness nonstop. And then they came back and lied about me because they weren't getting money no more. And then offering their time, I became a live-in maid that had to pay them to clean their house. I'm not going to get into the story in full, but that's the gist of it. And it made me happy helping, right? Everyone loves generous Sims, but they can be a little too brazen with their donations. Like $15,000 to $20,000 over the course of 3 years. To a family of drug addicts. If we might have, I wish you could have more than one. I wish you could have more than one, like more than 3 traits. So many of these would be accurate, but some of them would be dead false. These Sims can bro hug other bros, gain confidence from other bros, and I'm not doing that one. Clever would be a lie. Cringe, maybe. Oh, wait, what is this? Okay, here we go. Child of the village, no. Active, definitely not. Glutton. This one would be a no. Glutton says, these Sims have a greater negative reaction to hunger. Always enjoy eating, no matter the food's quality. Can eat spoiled food and rummage through food in garbage. I don't think I have that problem, honestly. Kleptomaniac, definitely not. Lazy. Ooh, here we go. These Sims gain powerful moodlets from watching TV or napping, as well as from comfortable furniture. Become fatigued more quickly from exercise. And grow tense when performing household chores. Outside the chores one, the rest... fairly accurate. Let's see. Materialistic. No, I don't really. Neat. I mean, depend. I think it's somewhere in the middle, actually, between neat and slob. These Sims are not affected by dirty surroundings to make household items dirtier faster. I don't. Actually, looking around myself, maybe I am a slob. I don't know. Definitely not a vegetarian. In fact, I insist on meat. Perfectionist? No. Overachiever? Are you sure about that? The only thing I've achieved is completing high school. I've been on YouTube for 9 years. And for this long, I've barely been able to scratch 100 views. Only with The Sims was it possible. Which is why we're going to keep it going. Essentially tight. I'm moving on now. Essentially tight. We should read that one, actually. No, I'm kidding. Where would you put it? Your orifices are smaller than they should be. Okay, maybe we're going to just not discuss that one. That one, stop now, move on. Wow. First of all, art lover. These Sims gain powerful moodlets from viewing works of art and can admire art and discuss art in unique ways. Look, it's a naked chick in a painting. What is there to it? Loves outdoors. Right. That's why I'm spending all my time indoors playing games online for all of you. Right. Bookworm. From analyzing books and probably not the case. Foodie. They become happy and have fun when eating good food, become uncomfortable when eating bad food, and can watch Sims cooking shows for ideas. Outside the watching cooking shows, that is a much more accurate one than the glutton one. This one's way more accurate. Music lover. I mean, who isn't? Who doesn't love music? ADHD. These Sims are hyperactive and unable to control their impulses. They also have trouble paying attention. Yeah, that definitely not the case. Cheerful. Yeah, I have depression. We know that one's a lie. Childish. They gain powerful movements from watching the Kids Network, become playful and playing with the children. Oh, God. Look, guys, it's the opening trait to someone being a predator. and become happy playing with children's toys. I mean, obviously there's immature, but like that, just the way they describe that, like they become playful when playing with children. Then the other guy from the neighbor was like, "What the hell are you doing to my son? I was just tickling him. What are you doing to my son?" I'm going to prison, aren't I? Like, clumsy. Don't have that problem. Creative. It's weird that there's 2 for that.
Oh,
No.
Quaby.
What was it before? What was it before? Oh my god. Erratic. That will probably be our 3rd trait. Because erratic, I'm talking to alters, and then they become real. Ooh, that's how we can do this. They just show up out of the blue because they became real. Tulpas. This could be a story about tulpas. Imagine it comes true. All right, where was I before? I know it wasn't sensually tight. That obviously wasn't it. Was it hate children? It wasn't straight edge, was it? It was socially awkward.
Oh,
Okay. I feel like that, the way he did that, maybe we're wrong on this. Romantic, I mean, I don't flirt. In fact, I've made a point not to. Hot-headed, that would be later in life, I'm sure. Darth Vader. I'm not yawning because I'm tired. It's just I woke up like 3 hours ago. Which is so stupid. Okay, so we got me. We got my lunatic of a mother, which, by the way, might be the greatest character we've ever created. She hates children. I'm her child. Make it make sense, right? Kind of does. Then she's a snob. Have you seen my mother? She always thinks she's better than everybody. And then neat. I feel like neat we could do better with. And then we have my dad, who somehow, I don't know how these two ended up together. I don't know how my mom and dad made it work. Like, I have no idea. Because my dad's a goofball. He's self-assured and confident, and he loves the outdoors. My mom is a snob who likes to get rich. My dad loves the outdoors and is a surfer. Okay. For all you who did not watch movies in the 90s, okay, let me try to give you the perfect analogy here, okay? My dad is the hip surfer dude who rides a skateboard. It's amazing he doesn't smoke weed, by the way, because everything else would fit. And he's got the long hair, walks around in surfer shorts. Like, he's a man-child. He really is. Not in a bad way, of course, but, like, he's very childish at heart. My mom, on the other hand, is the polar opposite. The executive, rich, snobby type who just cares about money and hates kids. So, like, how the fuck did my mom and dad end up together, and how did I survive? Stay tuned. So I'm just like wondering. Honestly, I want to someday. I want an answer to that. How did that work? D-Chat says, D-Chat is a clumsy glutton who doesn't love anybody, hates his peers, and is a hot-headed, introverted, and yes, I'm a snob. I didn't say snobs are a bad thing. I just think it's weird that my mom's an executive, rich, snobby person, and my dad's a child at heart, goofy. Outside of the only thing you need to put in there is weed, and he'd be the perfect, like, stoner hippie dude. Like, the perfect one. Like, how did these two mingle and then have 3 kids together? And mind you, he also raised me. Like, make that make sense. Are you going to be trying Paralives? I don't know what that is. Is that where when people die, they don't come back? If that's the case, I'm considering it. Because I don't want, let's see, what should we name my dad? We can just call him Papa Tibbs. I don't want to use my dad's real name in this. We'll call him Papa Tibbs. No. We need something close to Spanishy, but not Spanishy. No, wait. Alvarez. It's close enough to my dad's last name, but not it. What are Paralives that got my attention? And so this will be Mama Tibbs. No, wait. She hates me. We'll call her Mama Alvarez. Isn't that what his name is? Papa Alvarez? And Mama Alvarez. And then this will be Johnny Tibbs. Papa John. I know, right? Like, it'd almost be a perfect name. You could just have a... Let's see. Papa John's. You know what? I don't know why, but I feel like we're gonna do it. Papa John. And then she'll be Mama John. But my mom hates me in this story. Papa John's. And then she'll be Mama John's because she's married to him, unfortunately. Mama John's. Well, my last name's different either way, so it still works out, but there's like the whole family of Johns and Johnnies, right? All right. So, my dad, who amazingly enough I'm not related to in the story. Then we have my mom. The father is a mystery man that will maybe he might come back and say, John. Like, one of the villains, dude, okay, break the fourth wall here. One of the villains should be a Darth Vader style situation. John, Mr. Tibbs, I am your father. No! But like, he's got to be the worst human being, though. Like, that way the effect is real. You know what I mean? That, all right, writing that down. We're going to say Darth Tibbs. Imagine it's Varys. He's like, John, do you know why we meshed you so well? No, why? Because I am your father. All right. I have ideas. All right. So we're never going to play as my mom or my dad because F them. That's why. Not really. Just, I don't want to play those characters. They will be the ones who bring money to the household, and I will leech off of them for years. But now that we have our... should I make brothers? Like, should I be that kind of a sociopath? My mom already hates me because she hates children. My dad is my dad. How do I get my brothers to be... well, they don't have the my brothers. They could be my brothers, okay? We could just fake... we could put characters in place of... And I can't make a brother who's, you know, slow. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to say it because I'm not trying to offend anyone. It's like, I'm not trying to pick on anybody. It's just like that he is, like, really mentally, you know, like... My brother... I'm not going to say which one, but he's the oldest below me. And I quote, like, honestly, I don't think we can do that in the game. Again, Germany, probably Victor's trapped. Oh, wouldn't that be trippy? But then Victor's is Winter's dad. And yeah, there will be death Nazis in the game at some point, because that is one of the stories I want to tell. Saving the desert for a certain reason. For later. But besides the point, I also heard that there's custom mod worlds you can add. So Apocalypse and World War the Nazis won World War II, like the multiverse I will try to figure out if I can make that a thing. But as I kick something, I don't know what. Should I make my brothers? Look, this video is more so setting it up and then slowly get into it. Oh, it's an hour and 38 minutes. Okay, we're going to take 20 minutes to build them. And then what I want to do, because I don't want these streams to be forever, okay? I'm going to cap the stream, and then we'll start another stream right after. Because I'm going to do back-to-back streams. That is how I'm doing things from now on. I mentioned this in my post this morning. So we got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. At the 2-hour mark, I need to cut the stream down. So... it makes it easier for replayability for all you guys. I'm trying to think of you guys when I do that, okay? That way I don't have to keep chopping down videos in edited versions. It just makes it easier. So, actually, should we just do it now? And then part 2 will be making my brothers and building the house. Because I'm going to build a house from scratch. That's what I want to do. You know what? No, let's just go the 20 minutes. I feel like that's better. And then we can finish 3 brothers. Oh, how many brothers should I have? 2? Let's do 2 brothers. Play with genetics. They'll be my...
Soon-up Bibitin.
Oh, my God. That is exactly what my brother would look like, too. And he'll be a teen. Yeah, he'll be a teen. Is he a brother? Is that a guy? Yeah, it is. Okay. And we'll call him... well, he won't be Tibbs. He'll be Johns. We got... I might not even change this one. Alexandra. Dre. Alexander. Fuck it. Alexander the Great. Alexander the Johns. Alexander the, and then Johns. All right. He is all about money, I would imagine. Yeah. That was his style. I'm not going to pick preferences for him. I'll just let him. We can do one preference. Okay, there's a few things. Okay, baking, comedy, fitness. Yeah, I gotta skim these ones. Cooking, handiness, guitar, photography, debating.
Sugar.
I did argue with everybody, and that's it. That's all the ones we're doing.
Conqueroo.
Hold on. We also have to have hipster because he was that. He was a hipster.
Lasani.
He was too young to be a hipster, but still. Pick a trait. We got, I need dickhead. Where's dickhead? Hot-headed. That was
It's
literally my brother. Unfortunately. Let's see. We got hobby. He was very materialistic. Where's that at? Where's materialistic? Lifestyle? There it is. There we go. Got it.
Chibi.
Little Caesar. All right. That is Alexander the Johns. Now, we're going to have like 3 teen brothers. Let's see. So with genetics.
Red Shroud by the Froom.
God, it looks like Antonio. Fuck it, we will. Can we put immature? Fuck. Creativity, family, drugs, deviance. What would he be? Love. No. Is he like, what is this? Soulmate. No, he was never. Impossible. Teen. Drama llama. Goal-oriented. Admired icon. Live fast. I mean, kind of popular. If my brother wasn't, then I guess maybe he would be like this. So we'll just do this for fun. For funsies. Pick a trait. He was the child of the village. Let's do... God dang it. Well, I guess you could say he was a slob. ADHD. Perfect. That makes it's close enough to autism. What in the hell? Yeah, I guess that still works. And then number 2, childish.
Oh,
right, cool.
Barba Mucho Baba.
Wait! You gotta name him. His name will be Antonio Johns. And he's not special anymore, which unfortunately I can't do the game anyway. And then, wait, hold on. Do we have any preferences I want to do? Activity. How about just destroying the lives of others? Perfect.
Dan's Bona. Kanaya.
It's amazing that... Oh, music. Because he was special, right? So we're going to do... Where is it? Kids Radio. There we go.
Oh.
It's close enough to the real thing that it's not it's still not questionable. And then we have to have my other brother, who is like a freaking introvert.
F Yaba Oxum.
It looks just like him. What's happening here? All right. It's like... All right, pick an aspiration. How do we say he stayed home and never left? Well, he was a quick learner. Master Vampire, Renaissance Sim, Computer Whiz. Definitely wasn't the case. Nerd Brain, Academic.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess that would be close. All right, now we gotta do these. Oh, he was a lone wolf. My brother. I'll call him... I need B names in the chat. Let's go. We got less than 20 minutes to do this. He was a loner for sure. And then on top of that, I guess we could say he was a hateful person towards children. I'm kidding. He was straight edge. Bam! All right. We need a B name. B name. I need B names. Has anyone got a B name? I don't really. We'll call him Bobby. There we go. Easy. Bobby Johns. That actually sounds like he could be a mob boss at some point. Hold on, we gotta change the sexuality. I don't want... Look, none of my family was into... He's sexually attracted to nobody. He was never looking, and he never will. He has no boundaries.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, he does. Wait, why would he? Loyalty... Nothing bothered him. And his gender... Well, obviously... I saw this in a Sims meme video last night about how they deconstructed gender, and it's like, yep, that's what it looks like. You could be a dude and get pregnant in this. I'm like, dude, come on now. I should probably change their clothing. I got 15 minutes. Sorry for the timing, for the time stamping. I just want to make sure I get this before. I want my streams to be more structured, you know, to where they're I don't want them to be too long anymore. I realized over the last few months that wasn't the best idea to just have them be long and eternal and never go anywhere. All right, that's fine, I guess. And then him, what would he wear? I mean, this does look like what he would wear. And then my brother, why he has a kitchen knife is beyond me. Can we get rid of that? I feel like he's going to stick somebody. All right. Can we say half brother? Wait, what is this? Hold on, we got to go through them. So, bam. Okay, we're all brothers. Okay, that makes this a lot. That is my father. Wait. I didn't even realize. It's not that he's a household member, but he's like my father, I guess. Like, how does the game... Jack and the Bobs. Jack and the Bobs, oh my god. These names are great. So I'm going to make sure that I'm not into dudes. Sexually, romantic attraction to women. See? You see? It says I want to mess around with guys. The hell I do! All right. Romantic boundaries. Would I get jealous? I mean, you're cheating on me in front of me with some of these. Like, of course I'm going to. Gender. Obviously, I can get people pregnant. I just haven't really wanted to. I mean, what if I say neither, though? No, I want to have a baby with Winter someday. So, I think that we're safe. As long as I'm romantically attracted to and willing to fool around with women, we're good. Because I'm not gay.
Uh-huh. Ah, so. Ah. Uh-huh.
That's a lot more accurate, actually. He's probably... I've never... It's kind of weird because my brothers don't seem to have that going on in their lives. Like, none of them do. It's like, you guys are going to be virgins forever. This is my ridiculously underwhelming special needs brother. That or they were brainwashed by my mother. I don't think he would really care either. All right. That's your father, man. I like how none of them want to accept my dad as my dad, as their dad. Like, what is up with that? And then this guy, dude, come on now. What are you trying to say? All right, let's see. What's funny is they all kind of, not because they were tough guys, it's just how they walked. Let's see. All right, do we need anything else, or this is about it? I would add a dog or a cat. I mean, I have money for the cats and dogs DLC, but not yet. Well, maybe in between videos. Maybe I'll add it in the video, and we'll have, like, Max. Oh, Max. All right. And my other dogs over the years that my mom constantly raised. All right. Okay, so I think that we are ready to go. Well, I'm going to call this video here. I know, it's only been an hour. I'm going to start up a new stream in literally like 2 or 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Because I just don't want these streams to go too long. So this will be the creating Tibbs and his family, the first episode, part 1, right? Whatever. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Adios. This will be